today we're going to be doing something that we're very excited about and we wanted to share it with you. We are going to be organizing an NCAA basketball game between Michigan and Gonzaga on a Navy aircraft carrier. So just to go over the event and concept for our event and our target audience as well. We're going to be organizing an NCAA game, like we mentioned, on a U.S. Navy active aircraft carrier, and it's going to be a season opener game between Michigan and Gonzaga. For our event, we're going to have primarily two target audiences. Our first of which being college sports fans. Now, the reason we're speaking to sports fans in general is because an event as special as this and as unique as this isn't limited to just basketball fans or even just college sports fans. It's really organized to any fans of sport that can appreciate something as unique and as special as a game on a active military, ship. Our second target audience is military families and military personnel. Being able to honor and appreciate U.S. military veterans and incorporate U.S. military families into an event such as, NCAA sports. It's something that we're very excited about and very passionate about to share with you today.
So first things first, we must have a facility audit to make sure that our facility is safe and that the players and fans both get a safe and, as normal of an experience for the players as possible with incorporating our cool environment. So I'm just going to list some things that we want to make sure we run through first and that all are up to date and up to speed to, be proper enough for this event. So we want to make sure there's accessibility for fans in the port to get on and off the ship so that the fans can enjoy their experience. We need safe and sufficient seating. We need proper lighting. Since the event is outdoors, we might need to incorporate some more higher tech lights to keep it up to par with the traditional basketball arenas. We need proper scoreboards. We need safe locker rooms for teams, and we also need an officials room. We need proper bench seating for teams, for the players and the coaches sitting down. We must include a space for them. We need, this is a big one, a slip-resistant playing surface. Since it is outside, we need a special and unique designed slip-resistant playing surface so that none of the players get hurt in the game and none of them complain about the playing court. We need the NCAA regulation with the court size and the material. We must include VIP and military sections to specifically appeal towards the military. We must obviously monitor the weather so we can put on this event and it's not raining while we do it. We need proper medical staff just for any injuries that may occur. We need available restrooms for the players and fans. We need safe media operations. We need a capable PA system with outdoor functions. Waste management, we can't leave any trash. We must be respectful to the Navy for letting us do this event. We need a secure transportation system for fans so that they can have an efficient and awesome experience so they're not waiting in lines and stuff like that. We need proper equipment for the NCAA basketball game. We need wind management, and we can incorporate the bleachers to kind of block out some of the wind, just so that players aren't complaining that when they shoot that the ball's going, all over the place. And lastly, just overall safety protocols. We must run through those time and time again to make sure that the whole thing runs smoothly.
So now we're going to speak to the budget and fundraising plan that we've put together. So we've discussed that the plan itself will take about $4 to $8 million, right? Which is a lot of money, but for schools that big and for an event this special, it's going to be worth it. Some things to take into account, right? We're going to discuss the ship itself and the cost to use the ship, the staff and security, core construction, broadcasting equipment, and team travels, right? All these little things that go into making a game a unique, but at the same time, standard in terms of, okay, is the game going to be able to be broadcasted effectively, and will the teams be able to travel there safely and efficiently as well? The stadium itself will house about 3,500 fans, right? It's going to be a very exclusive event, and also with the size of the ship, obviously, there's going to be a limited spacing there. And in terms of fundraising will probably start 1 year in advance, just to make sure we have enough time to collect the sponsorships and raise enough funds to be able to do everything that we want to do. The sponsorships themselves, we're going to be emphasizing a lot of military companies and tech companies that create and construct that military equipment, right? Whether it be planes or boats or any of that technology. So companies like General Dynamics, Boeing Defense, or Peraton are all companies that have been used as sponsors in the past for events similar to this, just to make sure that we're creating that bond between the fans and that military engagement and branding that we want to use throughout this event.
So our marketing plan, we started with the 4 Ps. So our product is a unique, nationalized, televised basketball game. And we're going to play it on the deck of a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. And this will combine sport, military honor, patriotism, and entertainment. And it also includes pregame ceremonies and other military ceremonies. So we want to do a flyover with, the B-2 stealth bomber, and we want to do a special national anthem presented by, maybe the color guard, that really just shows off pride for our country and traditional military ceremonies. In terms of price, significant costs are required for our custom court installation, our special lighting, fan seating, weatherproofing, security and transportation, ticket prices, and broadcast rights as well also play a factor in the price. And so do sponsorships. We can see if we partner with enough people, maybe they can help us, take care of some of the costs of these things if we showcase them, so that we run a good event that promotes everybody and everybody's happy. In terms of the place, it is going to be an active U.S. aircraft carrier. The venue requires extensive logistics coordination with the Navy, event operators, TV networks, and safety crews. Just a lot of people involved because it's such a special place. And also the open air environment creates specific challenges with wind, sunlight, temperature, security, and space limitations. So all factors that play into such a unique place, but we think all these challenges are worth it. Promotion, we want to promote this heavily with ESPN, NCAA programs, our military partners, and our corporate sponsors. So all those people who are playing a factor in this, we want to promote this thing and make it as big as possible. And it also draws national attention through storylines about honoring service members. We're doing this for a good cause, and we want to make sure that people know that we're doing it for that cause, and we're going about this in the correct way and not just using the military for our commercial value. And then I also want to talk about branding. Teams are going to wear camo-themed jerseys, custom shoes, and military-inspired warm-ups to reinforce the event's patriotic identity. And these branding elements will help connect fans and military personnel to the game while honoring the armed forces and elevating the military partnership in a cool way that everybody can enjoy. This brings us to some SMART goals. This is another outline that we use to look at the overall structure of this. In terms of specific goals, we want to host a nationally televised college basketball game on an aircraft carrier that honors the military service members. But not only do that, but do it in a safe and successful manner, so that this isn't just a one-time thing. This is a thing that we can do in years to come. Measurable goals, we want to achieve a target TV viewership. So we'll see how well we promote it, and then once we do that and come up with the sponsorships, we can set a specific number of viewers that we hope to achieve. And the same thing goes with secure a set number of sponsors, host a specific number of service members, and complete all operational setup just for efficiency and to make sure that we have something we can achieve and a specific number we can strive for. This is an achievable goal because we're going to hope to achieve a partnership with the U.S. Navy. We want to achieve a partnership with experienced event operators as well as ESPN just to handle logistics and the overall functionality of it. And we're going to use successful templates from other carrier classics in the past, and we're going to incorporate those in this so that it's overall very achievable. And it's a relevant thing because it supports the NCAA goals of community engagement and honoring veterans, appeals to both communities. And then time-bound, we're going to set a deadline. Planning begins 12 months before the event, and we want to complete all approvals, security clearances, and military coordination by that 6-month period. And then another number we have is finalizing on-site setup within 96 hours leading up to tip-off, just so we can, if there's any last tweaks we need to make, we can do that. And then lastly, we want to conduct post-event evaluations within 2 weeks of the game, so we know directly after what we did wrong, what we did good, and we can plan for future events.
Now, to speaking to the risk management side of things, with an event this special and with so many moving parts, you have to be able to manage risk effectively, right? That's why doing things like facility audits are huge, right? Things like construction of the court to using proper equipment and making sure everything's safe for the fans and the players is huge, and it's a big piece of what we're going to be doing here. We want to ensure proper employee training, right? There's going to be a lot of moving parts. There's going to be a lot of employees that come in to do security, to do concessions, to do the cleaning, that aren't going to be used to being on a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, right? There's going to be a lot of extra training that goes into, okay, how do we operate and do our jobs effectively given such a unique setting? Now, thirdly, we're going to speak to things like transferring risk, right? That's something that we spoke to in our class a lot about, how bringing in third parties to do concessions, making sure we bring in people that are able to organize their work effectively, and being able to do things like manage how employees function in a concession stand, and making sure everything's clean and up to date, and that we bring in that third party that really knows what they're doing.
So we're going to incorporate a lot of technology with this. The first is digital and mobile ticketing. This ensures a secure and safe way for the fans to come on the boat, and it secures their seating, right? This is a very limited thing. We want to make sure that we host the right people and that there's going to be no issues with the fans. And by doing this, barcode scanning and like the digital tickets improves the flow and reduces congestion so that the fans can get on and off the boat as quick as possible. We're going to incorporate analytics. We want real-time data dashboards to track viewership from the online and the media audience back home. We want to track fan engagement. Who's our audience? Who are we appealing to just for future events? We want to have a huge social media impact, promote this, for a long time in advance so we draw attention and we get that viewership that we want. And we also want to track sponsorship impressions. Did we show the sponsors in the right way? Did we include them in the right way? Are they happy? Would they sponsor us again? And then lastly, we want to use technology to track weather conditions and staffing efficiency. Communication systems, we want to secure communication channels between event operators, broadcast crew, and security teams. Two-way radios will help manage safety, timing, and on-deck logistics during the event so that everybody's on the same page and the event runs smooth. And transportation is another thing. We want transportation management systems to oversee shuttle routes for the VIPs, media, and personnel, so that we make sure that the transportation is also running smoothly and no congestion builds up. And then lastly, just game technology, all the stuff that is typical, scoreboards, review systems, all this, we want to make sure that the game it has all the right things that it needs to be successful.
Now, speaking to the evaluation process of staff and vendors, right? Being able to conduct things like staff audits and really review and reflect on how our staff did, both training staff, or both security, concession stand staff, cleaning staff, once again, all these things, being able to effectively break down who did what, right? Being able to look at the measurables, look at things like communication, professionalism, things like customer service, and policy compliance with safety and cleanliness, all things like that are factors that we need to consider. Also, with an event this special, people are going to want to talk about it. And we want to take advantage of that talk by utilizing customer feedback surveys and being able to really let the fans give us feedback on not only what we did well, but also what we need to improve on to make sure that when we do this in the future and when we do it again, because it's so cool, we'll be able to do even better next time.
So just some things, we have to make sure we comply with the government ethics and compliance considerations. It requires coordination between NCAA regulations, making sure that everything is, a traditional NCAA game and it passes as that. University athletic departments, event organizers, and the U.S. Navy. So just all the teams, all the things that they want out of this, and all the rules that are set, we want to comply with to make sure that it's a good event. We must ensure that the event respectfully honors military personnel without exploiting their patriotism for commercial gain, right? So we want to, we don't want to include the military in the wrong way. We want to do it the right way to where they're happy and we honor them, not just use them for their commercial value. And then lastly, we must meet all NCAA rules, broadcast standards, fulfillment of Navy security protocols, and ADA compliance for seating, access points, and accommodation. So just everything, the physical location, we want there to be, up to standards.
So in conclusion, being able to host a game like this is so special and so unique, right? Being able to offer a unique fan experience that captivates basketball fans not only in North America but all over the world. And doing that while also being able to support U.S. military veterans and invoke a sense of national pride and patriotism is something that we value. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.